Hi everybody. I'm sure you had a super fantabulous summer, but now it's time to back to school. So I'm here to help you with any homework that you might have. I'm going to probably do two to three, maybe four problems, depending on how good I feel, um, of your homework. So if you're, well, I guess you're already out there in YouTube land, checking everything out. So you're reaping the benefits of, checking out my website. Alright, today we're looking at section 1.1, number 3, 17, and 108. Number 3 states, what sets does the number pi belong to? The sets that we discovered in class are the naturals, which is numbers 1, 2, 3, 10, like the counting numbers, what you learned back in the kindergarten. The whole numbers, which is all the natural numbers, including 0. The integers, which is all of the whole numbers, including the negative numbers. The rational numbers, such as 0.25, 3/4, square root of 25, and 0.7 repeating. 0.25 is part of the rationals because it's a terminating decimal. 3/4 for the same reason, which is 0.75, a terminating decimal. Square root of 25 is a square root, but it reduces to 5. And 7 bar, or 0.7 bar, is a rational number because it repeats. Irrational numbers are those that don't repeat and don't terminate, such as pi, e, which we haven't discussed yet, but it's 2.71 and so on. It's in your calculator if you wanted to look at it real quick. And the square root of 7. The square root of 7, actually the square root of any number that's not a perfect square, like 25, is an irrational number. Square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 5, and so on. All these numbers are part of the reals because those are the only ones that we're discussing right now. So pretty much you can put reals down for any problem and you'll get it right. You'll at least get part of the credit. Later on we're going to discuss imaginary numbers, but right now we're just discussing pi, which was number 3. So which sets does pi belong to? First you need to ask yourself, is it rational or irrational? Well, obviously it's right there, so it's irrational. Actually, I'm going to put pi right here, which is irrational, which I write as a double bar I, but write it however you need. And then we ask, is it natural, whole, or is it part of the naturals, wholes, or integers? Well, pi is part of these because it's not a whole number, or it's not we're not allowed any decimals in the natural numbers. Same reason for the wholes and the integers. But like I said before, everything's a real, so it's part of the irrationals and the reals. That's number 3. Number 17 asks, let's see, what does it ask? Number 17, where are you? Okay. Replace each box with the symbol greater than, less than, or equal to make the sentence true. Number 17 has it's -7 is what to -9? Pretty sure. Let me double check. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so we ask ourselves, we look at the number line, and let's say this is 0 right here. Right? So we go back a little bit to the negative side, and we come across -7. Well, this is -1, 2, 3, and so on. So we go a little bit further. It's -9. Right? So any number to the right is greater than any number to the left because this is getting farther negative. So we find that negative 7 is actually greater than negative 9. And number 108. Which that asks, flip the page, use the order of operations to simplify each expression. Number 108 is 3 divided by 4 plus 6 divided by 4. The order of operations says parentheses, please, well, we're going to do please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. The P stands for parentheses. Well, there's no parentheses here, so we don't need to worry about that. There's no exponents here, so we don't need to worry about that. There is a multiplication or division, and when we're looking at multiplication division, we go left to right. Okay, so we have the left one, which is 3 divided by 4. Put that in your calculator, you get 0.75 plus 6. I'm just going to bring everything down. And we're still working with the multiplication division sign in here, 6 divided by 4. 6 divided by 4 is 3 halves, which is equivalent to 1.5. I'm going to bring everything down. We have 0.75 plus 1.5. 0.75 plus 1.5. Get out your calculators if you need to. But it's 2.25. Well, 2.25 is the same as 2 1/4. 2 1/4 as an improper fraction is 4 times 2 plus 1, 9/4. So right now, this stuff was really easy, and it may seem like it took me a long time to answer some of these problems, but when it gets a little bit further down the road, it's going to get much harder, and you're probably going to need to hear every one of these steps. So I'm helping those students right now that may have a little bit difficulty understanding each step by step. That's why I wrote them all out. Later on, it's going to be kind of tough, so you're going to have to go back and you might have to rewind this video a few times to be able to understand it. So I wrote all these steps. It may seem boring, but just hang in with me right there, and you know, try to actually check this out every so often, especially if you get lost in class, because this stuff really helps. It's nice to have a visual while you're at home doing your homework. So I'll try to get, for every homework set, I'll try to get somewhere between 2 and 4 problems done, and you can use those as examples for your other problems that you'll be doing. All right, I hope this really helped you out. And time to erase the board. And I forgot to turn off the camera. So